love this campaign so much because
Good.
we all very clearly brought no fucks whatsoever.
Good, because we're live. We are live.
That is not the first time that I have cursed on this
No.
stream or any other, really,
It's
and
very
it
much
certainly
not.
won't be the last.
No, never.
Look, I gotta keep us demonetized somehow. We said we wanted to be amateurs.
Well, I do have us tagged as not for children, but
Depends on the child.
I mean, like PG-13ish. I think that's general TOS for most websites, but yeah. So, hey gang, how's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Doing good.
Little shoots with this hand, but we can cope.
All right. So last time we left off, we were camping out before you guys follow up on a quest you had just received the day prior regarding a certain cave that has appeared outside of the town of Ederly. You guys are currently in the woods outside of the town of Ederly. I believe, I'm sorry, not Saphira. Buttermilk had cast a haven of plants around your campsite. I forget the name of the spell. That protects you guys in case anything approaches it. So you guys are nice and safe and tucked in for the night. And I believe you guys had all gone to sleep when we left off. So we wake up bright and early the next morning.
I
Fabulous.
bring up my info again.
It is day 5 of your...
Did we see, oh my god, I forgot their name. Excuse me. Wait, I'm gonna pull it up so I don't use real names in here. Wait, the one who went for a walk.
Zima, yes.
Did we see them come back?
Zima.
Yes. Zima
Okay,
came back
so we
the
know
night
Her name
before.
is Zima. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we saw them
She
and that they
came
were
back.
okay.
Yes, Zima
Yeah.
came back and kind of was sulking, and went immediately to bed.
Okay.
Ruby had offered a flower crown, and Zima was like, that's not my style. I'll be polite, but no.
Oh, that's right. And Ruby was just like, okay, good. Put it
Right,
back on.
exactly.
Because I
So
kind of wanted to keep it in.
so it is day 5, and you wake up, and you still can't log out of the game.
It's not the vibe. I did not come here to panic. I came here to chill and have a good time.
Guys, am I doing
Ruby's
this
very
wrong?
vocal.
This is definitely longer than the hour, we were told.
Maybe
Wait, you guys-
we can't leave in the middle of a quest. Like maybe this might be like an extra special quest or something. Like
that
we
makes
accidentally
sense. Yeah.
accepted some sort of, or maybe that's like the glitch. Like there's like a bug in that we can't log out if we're in a quest. Maybe, I don't know.
That would make sense,
It
yeah.
would be nice to have gotten another notification to say something of the sort, but...
Yeah, but they're probably like panicking. Like, you know that one time when we were all like everybody was trying really hard to post click clock reels and like just whatever you tried to upload and like the sound would desync from the rest of the video and like it didn't matter what you did in the editing and like nobody sent any, and then all of a sudden it was just fixed and you were like, well, great, now I have to go re-edit that, but at least it wasn't crazy the next time you uploaded it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember that.
Yes.
I do not know that, but I'm glad you figured it out eventually.
Well, moderators.
Hey, guide.
Yeah.
When I use the skill War Story,
Uh-huh.
and it technically says recounting a battle from your past adventures.
Yes! Yes, I will allow that to count!
So,
Would you please read that off for the players just to remind everybody?
Once per game session, you may earn 2 AP by recounting a battle from your past adventures. You can only use this ability during downtime. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take those 2 AP. Yep. Thank you. Excellent. Great.
Normally it would be like during the day, but I'll give it to you. You'll just have 2 extra AP for the day because that's
2
so,
extra.
That's really funny.
That's so funny. I
2
can't.
extra.
I can't not reward that.
Let's go.
That's Jesus. But
Bella's
yeah.
our local chaos gremlin, often very beneficial.
You never know what's gonna work until you try it. Like, not
Very
all
true.
doors are open to this method, but some of them work.
I'm rewarding the humor of this moment, but in future, try to do it during the day, during your rest time, as opposed to at the beginning of the day. But that's so funny. I can't.
So wait, so the technical note on that is not it doesn't have to be about everybody's thing, just don't do it right after you first wake up. Done.
Yeah, no, because it's supposed
Done
to
and
be
done.
regaining 2 AP, and technically it's supposed to cap out at 10. So.
Right.
But it's
That's
funny.
understood and fair.
So yes.
I appreciate
going
you
forward.
allowing my hijinks.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys can't log out.
Other random side question that something just pinged in my brain. You said a cave that formed.
Yes.
Were we told that in the beginning?
Yes.
Like, is this just brand new mystery cave that popped up?
A new cave appeared outside of the town of Ederly. Yep.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Did Mel just freeze? Oh, they're the back.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, not panic. So, since the working theory is that we're in the middle of a quest, the sooner we complete said quest, the sooner we can log out, in theory, right? So, I suggest we try to tackle this quickly, but carefully.
All right.
Because we don't know how far this bug goes, and I don't want to get stuck in a glitch. So,
All right. So once we all get out of the tent, I can pack it up and we can get going.
right. What are we doing in the cave again?
Exploring, I think.
Looking for treasure.
Need someone to just check it out.
That's valid. Okay. Okay.
Archie's gonna get up. Gonna lead Reginald outside of the thing. Buttermilk, is that thing still up, or have you dispelled it yet?
Yeah, she got up and walked outside and dispelled the shroud.
Fantastic. So Archie's gonna lead Reginald outside, pack up his bedroll and stuff.
Oh, wait. Is this going to be like Red Dead Redemption 2 and somebody could steal our horses, though? If we just leave them out in the open?
Archie looks at Reggie. Will you fight back? Reggie just ask him.
Man, we should have rehired that awesome little fishing kid that we had with us in the last mission. I bet they totally would have watched our horses for us.
Oh, yeah, that was with that magician guy.
We did not bring Harper with us this time, so.
Boo.
Also, who cares about your missions before?
Sorry?
Who cares about the missions you had before you met me?
Oh, if you had had
of
that
no
water horse
concern.
steak, you'd care, trust me. sticks in your mind and sticks to your
I
bones.
just
It was
think
really
you
good.
probably are in better company now. I don't know why you have to dwell on this. Anyway, what else are we going to do with the horses? Are we going to try to take them into the cave? We have
Oh
to
god,
just
no, he's way too big.
chance it.
Don't we have to find the cave?
Oh yeah, we're not even near the cave yet, are we?
So why don't we find the cave first and scope out the area and see if maybe there's a shady patch we can just tie the horses up to and then check out the cave.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's find a cave. Go team.
How do you propose we find the cave?
I don't know.
Well,
Ask.
who asked for the who submitted the mission? Is there a contact person on this mission?
Who has the piece of paper?
What was it, Archie?
I think it was you, Pockets.
It was. Oh,
I think it was. I could be wrong. Because I think I was like, hey, I did this last time.
Pockets
and it
putting
ended
it
up
in
being a
one of
rigmarole.
Pockets' pockets would make a whole lot of sense, yeah.
I am the pack mule. Yes.
Because I think Archie went, please not me this time.
So Pocket starts patting Pockets looking for the paper. We'll say for flavor's sake that they did have it, regardless of my personal recollection, and pulls up the scroll and scans it over. Do I make a roll?
No, you don't have to. It's just the little, basically like a sticky note size thing listing off your quest. It just says locals in Ederly have requested that monster hunters check out a cave that has recently appeared.
Okay, so this cave is near Ederly, so I'm guessing the locals there are the ones who posted the job. Let's see. We're indicated on our maps, right? And Pockets pulls out their book and looks through the map. Is there a ping on the map, or
yes,
they're just gonna have
with
to
accepting the quest, it shows you where Ederly is on the map.
Okay.
And you guys are just outside of it.
Cool. Okay, so here's a plan. Ederly, probably a village or like a mining village or something, right? Fairly small. So we keep our eyes out for like some patch of civilization and ask the locals. They'll probably point us at the cave.
How do you know it's a mining town just from that?
Well, I mean,
no shade, just legitimately, how'd you figure that out?
Perhaps they are just hoping. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it is hopeful, but I mean, I play a lot of games. But a mysterious cave, either it's a resource cave or a potential mine, or
Mole men.
Mole men?
I mean, it could be possible.
What if it's badger moles?
Ooh.
What if the cave is a tunnel?
What if it's a secret tunnel?
Judd.
Secret tunnel?
Through a mountain.
Maybe we should try to figure out from the locals where we find the cave, and then we go find the cave. Yes?
Yes. Good point.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Get that tent back in its tin.
You hit a button and it zoops right back into your can.
Yeah, I'll never get tired of that.
Literally, it, hang on. I'm gonna read it off because we were very startled when we read it off the first time.
Such a neat thing. It's such a neat little thing.
Sorry, I was just echoing because it sounded like a fun sound to make. With
A
your
switch on the side of the tin teleports the tent back inside and closes the lid. Zoops. But yes, it is
It's a
magically
wonderful tent.
pressurized and magically repressurizes again. So handy dandy.
Magically delicious.
Right back in the pack.
Convenient little
My
packaging.
my brain hands me a like a bouncy castle type of thing, like when you inflate a bouncy castle and then you play the video in reverse and it just goes right back
Amazing.
in. That's what my brain hands me, but I don't know how you guys are picturing it.
I love that.
Well, now I'm picturing
Very
that.
cartoonish.
It's full Higgitus Figitus, I won't lie.
Yup.
So, we mount up and then try to find the little village. I'm going to
Yes.
do
Yes,
a
we do
vibe
that.
check with my horse.
Yes.
Oh my god, how did I forget a die? Sorry, I will be right back super
No,
quick.
you're fine.
I'm so sorry. I cleaned the table and now it's not here.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I don't know what people are rolling for. But you guys start heading into Ederly.
Helldog still hates my guts.
Oh buddy.
I'm just assuming me and Reggie are still on Bessie's terms as we go forward.
I mean, I feel like a natural 20 roll with the horse goes forward as long as you want it to. So
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that forever.
but yeah, so you guys head into Ederly, and it's not actually that small of a town. The surrounding area is fairly sparse, but you start seeing farms here and there, little ones tucked here and there, just with vegetable gardens and things of that nature.
Like Victory Gardens?
Like what?
Like Victory Gardens? Or
No, like farming gardens.
oh,
Like
okay.
smaller than a full-sized farm, but enough to sustain a small community.
Oh, okay.
And different people are farming different things or have different areas for different things. A couple of sheep here, a goat or two there, a cow, that kind of like community-based farm supply sort of thing. And as you get further along the path to Ederly, you start seeing regular, houses, thatched roofs for the most part. It's a little bit Germanic looking in terms of the construction. And you see signs that say general store, blacksmith, things of that nature are hung up around town. You also see they do have a small local pub. It does not list itself as a tavern, it does say pub.
Yo, bartenders know all sorts of shit.
I'm sorry, Hayes, what did you say?
There's our source of information, folks.
Yes, let's go to the general store.
I was pointing at the pub.
Pub keepers are very different than bartenders.
Are they though?
Well, it's still a place that the public will gather, so we could go for that reason as well.
Then again, the general stores also make sense.
Why not one and the other?
Okay, yeah, we'll split the team and compare notes later.
I didn't say split the team, but sure.
Well, I mean, it was a suggestion. I'm not in charge.
Neither am I, but why split up? You can just go to one and then go to the other. Especially if they're nearby each other.
Right? Isn't there like a cardinal rule? Don't split the party.
Zima is going to walk towards the pub.
Scary lady has it. Let's go.
Scared of me? You're scared?
Not the word. Not the word I meant. I meant well.
But it's okay if you want. It's just very funny to me.
I love the vibe. Keep it up, babe.
I think she's more intimidated with you than anything else.
Well,
Or he is more intimidated than anything else.
Ronan has not noticed that anyone has done anything other than walked to the pub, so he is at the pub door, holding the door, trying to figure out where everyone is.
Zemo walks through the door and gives Ronan a little nod.
You guys coming?
yeah, we're coming. Sir. Bah!
Archer's letting everyone else go first. No.
Ruby is hopping in like a crow because in this avatar it's so like fun to bounce around instead of walk like a normal individual. So she's definitely boing, 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 boing.
Pockets follows.
In hopping?
Not hopping.
Oh.
I'm a cat. I have some dignity.
Shade.
Yeah, but about weird stuff.
Shade.
Yeah, not having bi panic with a goth woman. It's fine.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were shading me for hopping.
That's what I thought was
You're
going
just
on.
jealous
too, yeah.
because your bones aren't hollow.
Buttermilk's
Ronan
gonna just
goes
shake her head and walk
the door.
inside the pub and head straight to the pub, like the tender, like whoever the owner of the pub is or whoever is serving at the pub. Particularly probably to the bar. She's just gonna walk there and like get up on a stool and sit there and wait for some like an attending to come say hi to her.
Yeah, you
She
definitely
doesn't know
see.
what to do.
There's kind of one of those, not a circular bar, but there's a large area in the middle that a bartender would serve from that has bar stools lined up around the outside, as well as smaller tables set up around this medium-sized hall. It's not a huge place. It's meant for a small town. But it's very clearly that there's some people that are staying upstairs because there's a couple people sitting around eating breakfast. Nobody's drinking. It's a little too early in the day for that. But you see a man sweeping, and he goes, "Hello there! You looking for something for breakfast?"
That'd be delightful. I'm also looking for information.
Yeah, what you need?
What would you know about a cave?
We got all
What
sorts
you know
around
about a
here.
cave?
What sort you looking for?
I believe it's one that just recently popped up.
Oh yeah, you're not the first to come through asking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
we put a few names out there looking for somebody who'd come check it out for us. It's strange, it just popped up out of nowhere.
Well, interesting. Well, what do you have on the menu?
What are you looking for?
Oh, something hearty but quick to eat. Maybe a bowl of like potatoes and eggs and maybe some sausage.
That's the wrong season for potatoes, I'm afraid, but we do have some, well, we do have some sausage.
Well, that would be lovely. If I could get some sausage and maybe some eggs, and then if you wouldn't be too bothered to point me into the direction of this mysterious cave that just popped up, that would be a blessing.
Well, you'd probably want to go talk to Regis over at the general store. He'd know the most about it. He was the one that noticed it originally. He was foraging for mushrooms, as I recall. But yes,
What did you say his name was?
Regis.
Regis at the general store. Well, that sounds fantastic.
I'm Denton, in case you need to say who sent you.
That is just a handsome name.
Well, thank you.
Wonderful.
Now,
And
did
do
you
you
want
have
those sausages fried, or did you want them fresh?
Oh, fried, please. I do love a good fried sausage.
Right, that'll be 12 gold pieces.
Cheap
I do not
passage.
need one. Don't pay the 12. Pay the 10. I do not like to eat a sausage.
It's okay, honey. I pass over 12 gold. It's fine.
Denton fries you up some. It comes with some dipping sauce of some variety. That's pleasant but not particularly memorable. It's pretty standard fare. It's nicely spiced, but it's not crazy. It's not as good as you would make at home, that's for sure.
Oh, gotta start somewhere. I
Well,
relay
I
to the
heard
rest
general
of the party that we should go to the general store after I eat my breakfast.
Oh, wait. I thought you were getting it for everyone. That's why I said that. It was just for you.
Guide, when we are talking to Denton about the cave, can I do like a insight to see if anyone in the pub reacts to that? Like,
Yeah, go for it. There's only a couple people in there, though.
what is that? That's a 5.
Yeah, you don't notice any particular reactions.
Okie dokie.
All right, then I guess we are off to Regis.
At the general store.
Yep.
Ronan was right. The general store.
Mm-hmm.
Good instincts, Ronan. I'm sorry.
Denton does stop you
All
and
the
say,
aunties.
Denton does stop you and says, if you need to leave your horses anywhere, you could always leave them here. You know, we've got a post outside.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Mariska stayed outside, by the way, to handle the horses while you guys went in and talked to folks.
Cool. I'm gonna head to the general store.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys tromp on over to the general store, and you meet a very friendly-looking Badger who's running the general store there. And his name is, of course, Regis, which you've learned from the neighbor next door. He's wearing a nice little vest and you know, the standard. I don't know. He's just wearing a very normal outfit for something that you would expect a normal human being in real life to wear in maybe like a little period township. What do you guys want to do?
Excuse me, are you Mr. Regis?
I am that.
Cool. We recently came across a post in Starlight City of a mysterious cave that popped up here. And we were hoping to get some local gossip about it.
Yeah, well, it kind of just opened up out of nowheres. I was out foraging for mushrooms and came across it and was very surprised because I go foraging out there all the time and we don't have a cave out that way. But all of a sudden there was this great fissure in the rock, like just opened up out of nowhere. So I put in a notice with a couple of different guilds to see if maybe somebody'd like to come take a look for us and be sure it ain't something that's gonna eat us, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's very valid. So was there like a earthquake,
No, nothing like that.
or it just poof?
More like a crack, really, but yeah.
Huh. So there was the sound of cracking and then suddenly cave?
No, well, not that I was there when it cracked, obviously. I just found it later,
Oh,
but there
okay.
was no tremors or nothing like that.
Okay.
So you do not
Is-
know
is-
if it cracked, really. You don't know.
You can tell it cracked, but I don't know how it did that. You would think with
But
a
if the
crack
cave
you would see
in the
rubble.
woods.
If a tree fell in the woods, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know how it happened, but normally, if it were something tunneling, you'd see like some dirt outside of the tunnel, or you'd see rubble from where a rock fell away. There's nothing like that.
Okay. Next question.
Hmm.
So the cave, does it start as a ravine first, or is it protruding in a cliffside or something?
Oh, I mean, it's in a cliffside. It's part of one of the mountains.
Okay. So she takes out her book for the map. Do you think you can give us the general area where you saw the cave?
Yeah, of course. Hang on just one
Please?
second. And he starts patting himself down. He's like, I don't know where my writing implement went. Hang on just a minute. And he walks to the back and gets another one. I'm losing all sorts of things lately. Ever since we had some other adventures pop in and they came back, and I don't know, it's like I've lost everything since then. But here, let me scroll it down for you. And he takes a feather quill and some ink and puts a dupe on your notebook. Where the cave is. Little X marks the spot.
Much obliged, sir. Thank you very much.
Hold on, what were these other explorers like that came by and now you have bad luck?
No, folks like you, I suppose. Some had
Like
notebooks,
me
some didn't.
personally? Oh, okay, no.
No, like,
The
you know,
group.
just folk. Mostly folks from, Starlight City. That's where we put in orders from the guild. Y'all are the closest city. I assume that's where y'all are from. You don't sound like you're from around here.
Well, that's
Silly thing.
true.
I want to look around the storm, see if I notice any evidence of ghosts doing stuff.
Oh, if there are
there were
any
ghosts, Zima
undead
would
things
know.
like that, I would know. I would know. I would be the first to know.
Do I know that about Zima?
Hmm?
Do I know that about Zima?
Oh no, I guess not. No.
You guys above board would know, but not the characters in game.
Okay.
Because it was mentioned last session, I believe.
Or are you still
Okay.
thinking it's ghosts?
Well, if you figure out what's going on, if you'd let me know, I'd be much obliged. It's a strange one, that's for sure.
Agreed. All right, thank you. Do you have any supplies you would recommend for cave exploration?
I mean, I'm mostly just general supplies, but if you can't go wrong with some rope, maybe some torches. How y'all doing with night vision? I know some folk can do it, but some folk can't.
Oh, I think I'll be okay.
Can
How about
everyone see
everybody
in the
else?
dark? Okay, not
see.
buttermilk.
I can't just as
Buttermilk
is.
is
I
a
can get
short
there.
human. She can smell really well. She can hear really well. That's about it.
I don't think my character can see well in the dark. I don't remember. But it would make sense for a bird not to see well in the dark.
Very true.
So do you have night vision goggles or something?
Do we have what now?
It's a joke. You would get it if you were from Starlight City.
Oh, well, I beg your pardon. I ain't never been.
Yes, this is clear.
I would like 5 torches, please.
That's fine. That'll be 5 gold.
Pockets pats down because they forgot where their wallet was.
Too many pockets.
Too many pockets.
Been there, done that.
And finds the 5 gold.
He hands you the 5 torches and happily puts the gold coins in the cash register.
Fantastic.
Try to hand pockets a gold coin, like for my portion. There you go.
Thank you. 1 for Ruby. 1 for Buttermilk.
Thank you.
one for me to be a club, or at least just in case. Ronan, do you want one?
Sure.
One for you. So that 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 1, 2.
It would be easier, I think, to decide who doesn't get one, maybe.
I mean, you're not all gonna have to use them at the same time, I would assume. You stick together.
You can leave me out. I can turn into something that can see, okay? In the dark.
Right.
And do y'all need any
Oh yeah, the wizard.
supplies? Or you staying? I don't know how big this cave is inside. I didn't go in.
Oh, I think some rope would be a good indicator, and
Have rope.
right. Buttermilk has rope. I only have one tracker thing. So I can leave that at the mouth of the cave so we'll be able to find ourselves back. And things. How are we doing on food supplies?
Why do I feel like everyone immediately looks at Buttermilk?
Zima just looks away, actually.
Good. I mean, I've got enough. I'm sure we can forage some like vegetables and stuff on our way out there. I've got some dried meats and some herbs and spices and stuff in my pack.
Okay. Oh, do you have any fruit leather?
Are you talking to Buttermilk, or are you talking to the store
Regis,
owner?
yeah, sorry.
Regis says, yes, we do have some. Let me see, right here. And he leads you over to a section that has kind of like dry jerky and stuff of that nature. All of these are in like nice little bins that are stacked up on top of, other bins and of that nature. It's on like little display cases, but he's got a bin of dried fruit leather.
Fantastic. How much for the fruit leather?
It's 2 gold apiece.
Do I have 2 more gold?
Archie tries to hand pocket 2
Buttermilk
gold.
and pockets 2 gold.
It's going to be a running gag. So 2 gold.
Once Buttermilk does, Archie just like slides his back into his pocket.
It's a thing of fruit leather and offers it to Zima. Will this be okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Cool. Well, I can't think of anything more that we would need. Thank you, Mr. Regis. I'm going to toddle off now. Thank you very much. Little awkward wave, and Pockets heads for the door.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Ronan would like to buy another spool of rope because Buttermilk might be the one who ends up needing the rope. And if she has the rope, then that's not gonna help her any. He's been in that position before. He's also gonna ask for chalk. If no particular color.
Yeah, we've got some chalk. It's just white chalk. I hope that's all right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. He charges you a whole 3 gold for those objects.
Hands it over.
It is not a magic rope. It is just a regular, like, spool of rope. About 50 feet long.
Regular rope. Regular rope is fine.
So, guide question.
Yes.
I'm so sorry if we addressed this last time and I just didn't write it down, but how much gold did people start with?
So I
Would I
believe
guess
we
I'm
went
asking
over it
really what
last
amount
time, and then you bought a fancy hat. So I think you ran out of money.
Well, I didn't buy it. I got Archie to buy
Yeah.
it.
No,
Yeah.
Archie covered what you couldn't afford to pay for the
Oh,
rest
you're
of
right.
it.
I paid.
Yeah.
I believe
Damn
it was
it.
like 20 gold originally, and you bought
Yeah.
some, and then our
Well, the
Our
hat does
Ruby.
look great. I've been wearing it, by the way, with the pretty veil and all of that.
It
For
does
what
look
it's
really good.
worth.
But yes, I think Kat, I think Ruby spent like I don't think you spent a ton. I think you found a flower crown, so you spent 4. So I think you have like 16 left total.
I totally thought I had less. I thought I had 4, and then the heart crown was 1, but then she paid 2, so I had 2 left.
Okay,
I might be crazy.
No, you might be remembering correct. I don't remember what I said last time. I'm sorry. It's been 2 weeks.
You can totally give me.
No, it's
did I
totally
say
fair.
4? I meant 400. You were right. I did have much more gold than that. No, absolutely. That was rude of me to question you, honestly.
Yeah.
I just wrote down no money in my notes.
No money.
Baby, no money.
But no,
Baby, no
I
money.
mean, if you want to go with 4, I might have said like 10 gold. I don't remember what I said last time. But however
think
you guys want to do it.
Yeah, I think it may had something to do with because she loves buying accessories and jewelry and stuff that she broke.
Super broke.
She don't spend her.
That tracks,
super
yeah.
broke.
No money.
No money.
Be broke.
But yeah, okay. Anybody else want to do anything, or is everybody heading out from the general store?
Getting out of the general store.
All right, you guys.
Heading on out.
You guys head out to the outside world, back to your horses and Mariska. And Mariska says, "Wonderful. What did you find out?"
I have a location. We should look for an out of place crack, and then it'll lead us to the cave.
We did also catch Regis in a lie. And I'm going to remember that.
Oh, I got you a torch, by the way. Here.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
I suppose we will need these.
I mean, I can function in low light situations, but I mean, if it's like dark, I'm not sure if I'll be able to see. But yeah.
Are we leaving the horses here, or are we taking them?
Yeah, we were offered to leave them tied up here by Mr. Fuck.
Denton.
Denton, that's the one. Yeah.
How far of a walk is it to where the cave is to where we are now?
It's a pretty decent walk, but it's doable.
Yeah, it won't take us all day to get there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy. He was a badger foraging, so he obviously walked out there to do so, and was headed back into town, where he then was like, "Hey, y'all, there's a cave out here that wasn't here before. What's going on with that?" So.
In my boots. Sorry.
What lie did you catch in it? I didn't notice. That's Archie asking Zima, what lie did you catch him in? I didn't notice.
Oh, he said he heard the crack, and he couldn't have heard the crack. He's a liar.
Why lie about that, though?
Just
Sorry, out of character. It is so funny that Archie like totally with her. She's being so stupid.
I was
Okay,
gonna say,
okay.
just to be clear, Denton didn't. I'm sorry, not Denton. Regis did not hear.
Oh, Denton did lie.
No,
Regis is the one that did it.
no. Hold on. Regis did not hear the sound of a crack. He just assumed that it must have at some point when he was not there.
See, that was him backtracking though, because originally he said crack like that. Zima's explaining all of this to Archie in hushed tones.
Archie is like in it. Like, this is 100% truth. I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe I had my face lied to and I didn't notice.
So we've got to keep an eye on that one.
Badgers are so cute. Why would they lie?
Is it badger? What do you mean? He's like Mariska's craning his head.
Oh, Princess was a badger.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Well, I suppose we leave the horses then. Mariska turns to his horse. Don't bite anyone. No one, no biting, no teeth.
Zima turns to Rosebud and says, "Bite anyone that gets too close to you. Bite them hard."
Rosebud looks at you very confused.
Buttermilk just pulls a carrot out of her backpack and hands it to Short Stack. Just like puts it right in front of their mouth. And then... Alright, so which way do we go?
Okay, yeah. So opens up the book. Looks like it's a few paces east from here, I think. Yeah.
So that way?
Yeah,
She points in a direction.
I think so.
Cool.
I'm glad you guys are good
That's
at reading the maps. I never am.
Lost cat.
They need to adjust the compass indicator in this. This is
Well, you should be able to tell from the position of the sun.
and
On the
yeah.
map?
No. The map has the cardinal signals, does it not?
I think that's what they mean. Is it not?
Okay, I misunderstood. Alright, fine.
I don't know.
Buttermilk has walked clearly 100 yards, like 100 feet away from y'all. Like, she's just going in a direction. She said, "This direction? Cool." She started walking.
Mariska starts following your lead after securing his horse.
She's small, but she's fast.
Is that east? Is that where we're going?
Quick little legs.
Do I roll? What's happening?
Because I just pulled that out of my rear.
Well, I was gonna say it was to the west, so you guys eventually have to turn around. But
Okay, no. Before they get too far, they're at their 100 mark, and Zima's just... Idiots, get over here.
What?
How do
That
all
is the
people walk so
opposite
fast?
direction.
I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
no,
Turns around,
the
starts walking
mountains.
back.
The mountains are like Starlight City. They are to the west, and the cave in particular is kind of to the northwest. So kind of on a little diagonal from the town. And you
She
guys
starts walking back in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I assume you guys start heading out of town.
Yeah.
Heading on your way,
That's not
following
very
the
dangerous.
map. And eventually you find this cave that has been marked. It is in a nicely forested area. There's not a ton. It's in a very shaded area, so it's not particularly dark out at the moment because it's like 10 in the morning, something like that. And there is this giant triangular opening to this cave that generally looks like the two parts of the cave just cracked open. Like almost like if you broke a rock in half and then set it back down, except there's no way that something could have picked up a rock and broke it in half and put it back down because it's part of a cliffside. So there's just a weird triangular crevice in the side of this cliff.
Archie immediately looks like he's about to throw up because a friend showed him the movie The Void, and he does not trust triangles now. So he looks like he's ready to throw up.
I've never seen that movie, but now I need to.
Me neither. Yeah.
I watched a review of it. No.
You okay,
You okay,
Archie?
sugar?
Uh-huh. Flip
Are
that
you
hood
going to-
off.
Are you sure you're okay?
Do you need me to carry you? Are you? Do you need to cover your
Buttermilk
eyes?
does not believe Archie one bit.
I am totally fine. That's a job. We have a job to do. Ronan, please go in first. I'm pretty sure you're our tank.
Archie,
Yeah.
if this is a phobia, I don't think it's a good idea for you to like immerse yourself in it.
I think I'll be okay once we get going. We just need to start.
Would you like to hold my paw? I have beans.
That would be very nice, actually. Does not look away from the cave.
Wait. Let me take off my glove first. Swoop. There you go.
Please.
Okay. Into the cave.
Ronan lights a torch, and then goes into the cave.
He probably doesn't need one strictly, but I guess it's for everyone. So yeah.
Mariska
I mean, I didn't
actually helps you light your
take-
torch when you go to do that because Mariska knows Kindle and that's free. Kindle is lighting something on fire for no AP.
Yay! Yeah, I didn't take any sort of sensory enhancement, so.
Oh, okay. I guess I just assumed because dark elf. My
Yeah.
bad.
And since
Buttermilk.
hang on
Go
one second.
ahead.
Since we're almost at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna say why don't we take our bathroom break and we'll be back in like 10 to 15 minutes.
Fantastic.
Gorgeous.
All right. We'll be right back.
go.
Let's go. All right, we're back.
What's up?
And we're heading into the cave.
Of wonder.
Of something.
Ooh, this thing.
I didn't plan this well. I'm gonna need a magic carpet and a monkey.
And a lamp.
So,
I can help with one of
Well,
those
the lamp's
things.
in
Butter. So as Buttermilk's starting to walk towards the cave, she's like, you can see she's contemplating something, and you guys all just see her grab the handle of her like massive skillet and like spin it in her hand, and she's like, all right, and just walks with it in her hand.
Ruby
That lady scares me
purposely
sometimes.
walks slower than Buttermilk until she gets behind her because wizards are very squishy. And she absolutely trusts that instinct and just is like, actually, you know what? Yeah, they know what they're doing. Let me just.
I'm gonna be back here.
Yeah, I mean Ronan's
Actually,
got shield in
serious.
one hand, torch in the other. So the torch is in the weapon hand, though. So we can potentially use that as a murder device.
When needed.
As you head into the cave, it seems to be a pretty spacious cave. You don't see any rubble, you don't see any debris. It looks like it's been here for years, but obviously the locals don't know where this cave has come from. At the very back, you see another crevice that is smaller than the entrance of the cave, but is also kind of that jagged crack in the back of the cave.
Huh.
Zima can still get through, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruby goes, if like a boss, a big bad evil guy is behind there, I'm gonna lose it.
A boss shouldn't appear on the first level, right?
I mean, if it's the only level. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh.
And Ronan goes in his pocket with the not torch hand, pulls out the chalk, and offers it to and says, "Can somebody mark when we turn? Can somebody mark the side that we turn on, kind of high up?
Oh, right. Yeah. Jeez.
Because if
I
you put it
almost
by the
forgot.
bottom, you'll brush it off when you're walking by."
Yeah. I can do that. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I got lost in the supermarket once, so.
Yeah. That's
Use the
that's
chalk
legit.
Did you use
technique
chalk in the supermarket to get out?
Bless your
No,
heart.
he's saying that he got switched around in the supermarket. And
No, I
got lost.
understand that, but if he knew how to do this from the supermarket, I'm worried that he wrote on the supermarket with chalk.
No,
This
I
is my
looked up-
concern as well, yes.
Wait, I have a question. I think I can maybe use an ability to, it's called Blink, where I can teleport to a location of my choice nearby. You vanish, leaving behind a gentle gust of wind, and then instantaneously reappear nearby. Can I just like do like a little peekaboo and see if there's anything that we need to be concerned about up ahead, or am I
You-
overthinking? Or
You absolutely can, but I mean, you could also just look through before you try to do that as well.
oh, okay.
Because you do have a limited amount of AP, so.
Oh, that's true. Okay. But I'm squishy. Is she fast? Does she have enough speed? Wait, actually, hold on, wait. No, I might be actually, you know what? I might have something to protect me if anything happens. So I think Ruby, will just use her face to peek around.
Yeah, I mean, I assume Ronan is leading the pack, because Ronan's got the torch, but,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so far it looks like empty tunnels. Actually, why don't you guys roll me a perception check?
Oh, geez.
Oh no.
So close. That's a 9.
That's a 10.
Oh no. Oh.
I
Oh
got
no.
a 14.
I got
Oh,
an
dice test.
11.
I
No.
also got an 11.
Oh no.
No.
So,
Oh no.
Zima is the only person who even vaguely passed that check. Actually, I didn't roll for Mariska. Mariska rolled a 2. Zima is the only person who passed that check.
No.
Zima,
Wow.
you can see that there have definitely been some boot prints in and out of here. So
Look at
some-
these shoes. Someone's come. She points it out to people.
Oh heck.
So someone has clearly
I would like
been
to
in and
track
out of
those
here.
boot prints.
Okay, cool.
Because that's what I can do. Buttermilk can track.
Sure.
Are there any animal prints, or is it just boot prints?
They're boot prints. They're people.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It costs me nothing to just identify the tracks.
I'm looking at it. So it says when you find tracks, you can instantly identify the type of creature that left them. If it is an animal, the guide will share a fact that you know about them, like their habits or personality traits. So it's not an animal. But I will say that you can probably surmise, based on the information that Regis gave you, that these are the prior adventurers who had come in and out of here.
Okay.
Can we get a general shoe size?
I mean,
I'm totally joking. Don't worry about it. Don't
I
worry
don't know.
about it.
I'm gonna wake it up for that.
Size 11.
Here's a question. Are they bipedal, humanoid, as loath as I am to use that
Oh.
term in a multiracial situation, or are they like bird boots or hobbit boots? Like, are they? Can we get a gist
There's
of
a
the
couple
size of the creature?
different sizes, so you can, guess that there's a couple of different groups of people, or not groups of people, a couple of different species of people. But past that, I don't think you see a ton. You don't see any bird footprints. They are boots.
Are they going in multiple directions, or are they in one direction?
Some go in, some come out.
Okay. I relay that to the team.
Oh, did they seem panicked?
I mean, they don't look particularly smudged to indicate they were running or anything like that. They're just boot prints.
Okay.
Tally forth.
Tally ho. Maybe they cleared out a couple levels before we got here. In
But
theory.
they did come in and no one saw them again, right? So maybe they did not
Yeah,
take a good path.
are there boot prints out?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same amount coming out as it went in?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Pockets is going to draw an arrow towards the mouth of the cave entryway.
You can just write out.
Fair. Okay. I get Buttermilk, do you want to take point, or are we cool with this pace?
I mean, I can. I am probably the shortest of all of them. I'm the
well-
shortest of all of y'all. So I mean, you could, you can stand behind me with the torch up, and I can just take the lead. I am shorter than everyone here.
Right. I was going to ask if how wide the cave is. Like, do we have to go single file, or can we go 2 at a time, or 1.5 at a time, I guess, because Ronan's one size and Buttermilk is a
Half
slightly
sized.
smaller than that. Guide.
What?
How wide is the cave path that we're on?
I mean, the first cavern is fairly large. It does look like it narrows slightly in the upcoming paths. But for now, you guys are good. You probably would need to go like single file through the opening at the very least.
Okay, so Ronan's gonna go first. And Ronan's gonna go first.
Buttermilk's going in next.
What's over there?
Nothing immediately attacks you. It is another cave. It's more like a tunnel at this point. And there is a path to the left and a path to the right. Either way you could take.
Okay. Ronan's still gonna shield people coming through the entrance with his shield as best he can, and kind of light the way,
Thank
and
you.
trust that Buttermilk is going to shout very loudly if anything tries to bite him while he's not looking.
Yes.
So I do have an ability to. Oh no, never mind. I think I have to have a specific target. Never mind.
Okay. Do you guys go left or right?
When you're in an amusement park, you should always go left because everyone else tends to go right. So I don't know if that counts, that kind of logic here, but
I mean, whichever way we pick, we should always go that way, because that's how I got at the grocery store that one time. You just always keep the wall to whatever side.
It's a
Right.
valid strategy for mazes, I think. At least that's what I've heard. I've never been in a maze.
All in favor of going left, say aye.
Aye.
Aw.
All opposed? Alright, the ayes have it. We're going left.
All right.
Left of Albuquerque.
I need to go
Albuquerque.
rescue my cat really quick in real life. I think he got stuck in another room and somebody closed the door. So give me 1 second. But you guys will head left. I'll be right back.
Poor cat.
Dead.
Poor kid.
Small guy.
That happens to the best of us.
My
He
cats
just-
want to come into this room, and I'm like, no.
He's just a baby.
Does the baby.
I pet sit for a friend of mine, and she's got a few cats and a corgi. And it feels like every time I visit, like I get woken up in the middle of the night thinking, like, do I hear a bark? Because the poor corgi, bless his heart, there's a door that you can push open, but you can't get it out. So he'll lock himself in there. And then the cats are like, oh no, the corgi is getting attention. Let's party. Then they'll like lock themselves in the bathroom or something, and I'll be like, where the heck is like so and so? I haven't seen them since last night. And then I have to look for which door is closed, and then they're just like, greetings. I understand it's feeding time. And it's like, y'all.
That
Cats
is
are
not the
dumb.
cat I thought it was going to be.
She was not stuck behind a door. She was singing in the middle of the living room because she couldn't figure out where anybody was because she was in the middle of the living room and everybody else was in other rooms. God, you're dumb.
Oh,
Aw.
baby.
I love Cheney so
No,
much.
and now she's going back out to the living room.
No.
She has 1 brain cell. I apologize.
You didn't utilize the bacon strategy.
I don't need it. I don't need it. She won't eat it. She's not a table scraps cat. It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, so you guys take the path to the left, and you eventually come to another cave. Zima, you immediately can sense death up ahead. Something has died.
Okay. She stops walking as soon as that happens, so anyone walking behind her is blocked by a large woman. And she's going to be like, all right, everyone, I want to warn you, there is death ahead. Are we cool with that?
Can I
Ooh.
smell the death?
No.
They're not cool with death?
I mean, it's kind of that cave smell where there's kind of like that musty nastiness, like old water and moss and whatnot, mold. But
I
Is
will
it
say-
like one body or like two bodies, or is it like a body yada yada yada?
Do I have any indication of how many
what
might
does
be
your-
there? That might use an ability point.
I was gonna say,
mean,
what does your move say? Give me 1 second.
Okay, there's death sense. Okay, so I sense any sentient creatures that have died nearby and how long ago they died, the location where the creatures died, general nature of their death.
That would
That is
cost
very
you.
handy.
Oh no, wait, that would cost an ability point, but I'm going to use that ability point
Okay.
to do that.
So obviously I've said that it's up ahead, but I think that was, indicated by where your path was leading you anyway.
Right.
The general nature of their death is that something ate them.
Oh god. Okay.
Does it say? Oh, I'm sorry. It says sentient creatures. You're not sure that they were necessarily sentient. You just sense that something has died. Both new and old, I would say.
There's old death and new death. None of it is sentient. They were eaten. Right?
Okay.
Okay, I relay this to everyone.
So I'm going to draw a skull real quick. Archie, you okay? I need a crouch.
Oh yeah. You go do that. Just straight ahead. You do that. You do that. You do whatever you need to do.
Okay. Here, put your hand on my head. It's okay. So I'll just doodle a skull on the floor, an arrow, and then an X. There we go. Okay. Do we want to take evasive maneuver and go in the other direction?
A strategic withdrawal?
Yeah, this would make sense to me. There's no corpses left from being eaten, so I couldn't even use any of the bodies for anything.
What
Yeah,
if the
I don't
thing
wanna be
that
on
ate
anybody.
them is there?
Probably.
I think that is the concern, yes.
Oh, y'all are concerned about that.
Well, like the saying goes, right? You don't like shit where you eat, so we should be safe, right?
I mean, unless you're a hyena. But
You're so smart. I would have never thought of that. She's being
Well,
like genuine. She's just very.
I mean, as Pockets is straightening up, yeah, hyenas defecate on their food so other animals won't steal it from them. So,
Love
dang it!
That is, you know that is disgusting to hear. Yes.
It is, but I'm not a hyena. I'm a crow, babe.
Well, I'm very
Ronan-
thankful for that then.
Ronan's gonna actually take another couple steps towards the death.
Okay.
Right, do we want the experience then? Is that what this is?
Oh, we are monster hunters, and if that's a monster that did it, that's
Fair
Every
enough.
other time that we've stood around near creatures talking about stuff, the creatures have attacked us. And we're standing around talking about stuff, and the creatures haven't attacked us. So I don't know if the creatures are even there.
Oh, well, Yeah,
But-
fair.
Oh wait, should I now use my blink spell to like blip over there and blip back real quick to see if there's anything there?
I think blink requires you to see where you're going, if I recall correctly. Let me pull that up. So
It doesn't say, but I'll leave it up to you.
to a location of your choice nearby. I mean, are you just going further down the tunnel in the hopes that you... I would say that you probably should, like, have a visual on where you want to go.
Yeah, it's because the word nearby. You're right.
Yeah, just like visual representation in your brain of where you want your magic to send you, essentially.
Wait a second.
Yeah, okay.
You see the fear leave Archie for a second. Goes, wait a second. We're in a cave. And then a grin just lit his face. Oh, I've been dying to find a reason to do this. Bat, spend the 2 HP, and he's gonna turn into a bat.
Oh, there he goes. Okay.
You turned into a bat. You can instantly see way better in the cave than you could before, in a different way because of echolocation.
Yeah, you gotta be screeching.
Can I use that echolocation to down the cave and get an idea of what's down there?
Yes, to some extent. You can tell that the cave does go from tunnel to a room again, or a cavern, I guess I should say, in which there's definitely things that are on the floor. But as to what they are, you can't tell from this distance.
So he's currently just flapping right near Pockets' head after having done a sprung. How far ahead is Ronan at this point? Because I know you said you'd gone a little further down.
Just a couple steps.
Yeah, not too much further.
He's gonna flap a little forward and use that wing to like tap your shoulder, like, "Can I land, please?"
Yeah, go for it. Ronan's gonna nod because he's not sure if bats can comprehend the spoken language.
You just get 2 little, like, just hooked onto your shoulder, just hanging on, just...
Yeah, I mean, he's never met a bat before.
Gonna use one of the little wings to, like, cover his one ear while looking at you, like...
Is this charades? What is this?
Ronan can
indicating to Ronan and then
see,
covering his ear.
Like little, like his hair, like getting floofed by this tiny black bat in this tiny black cave because he doesn't want to set him on fire.
You hear Mariska under his breath start singing, "My name is Betty. My logic is erratic."
Little tail starts going into the tune of the music.
Amazing.
This little tail and this little booty just wagging to the beat.
For those of you that weren't here in the earlier part of the campaign, Mariska had revealed when they were talking about what they did in real life as influencers, that Mariska in real life does cover music as their influencer thing. So...
I love that.
Eventually he just gives up and just tries to cover Ronan's ear with his own wing and do another echolocate further down from this like closer up angle so you can get more detail.
So with the closer angle, you can tell that there's some squarish objects in the room, and there are definitely what you would assume would be piles of things. You suspect they might be bones.
I can't fucking speak in this form. So uncovers the ear, does his little batty best to like hang upside down from Ronan's shoulder and cross his little arms and just do a
Ronan can't see any of this because it's his shoulder. So Ronan turns around.
No. We need to see your back, Ronan.
Flips forward, just pointing down the way, and then just...
I already said there's death ahead. I think this might be sexist or something because I said that we need it backed up by a bat.
He's gonna take the flight again, start to head back down towards all that death, and then turn like, are we going or what? This costs 2 AP, I can't just be doing this willy-nilly.
Yeah, no. Ronan's just gonna keep going because no one told him to stop.
All right,
And-
we're going.
Yep, but Buttermilk
he's
is just
going to
following.
follow.
Buttermilk thinks that this is entertainment. It's just like, all right, let's go.
Archie
Ruby's
keeps
staying
trying.
behind Buttermilk.
Archie keeps echolocating to see if he can like see more stuff.
As you
It's not-
inch... Go ahead.
He was like, I could turn back to normal to just say, yeah, there's piles of the stuff. There's piles of dead things. But again, this costs 2 HP. This costs 2 AP. We're gonna be a bat for a second.
Yeah, do it.
Absolutely.
Also, bat. Like,
Also bat.
bat.
As you
He's-
inch closer and closer, you come to a cavern. Nothing jumps out at you, nothing attacks you. There are definitely piles of bones in this room. Some of them are tiny, like mouse-sized. Some of them are slightly larger prey, like up to maybe the size of a boar. None of them are particularly larger than that. But they're definitely, medium to small animals.
What do you think are the
Whoa.
odds that we're
Zima's
going
gonna
to-
start looking through the littler bones for some cool.
Before
looking
you
stuff,
do
some
that,
skulls and-
No.
would you all give me a perception check?
Oh,
Ew.
Lord.
Oh no. I gotta take my glasses off.
Ooh, 12!
Oh, you're...
Okay, Pockets.
16.
Come on.
Oh no.
Mete un
I got
go.
a 5.
Okay.
17!
Okay, so only Zima... Wait, hang on. Gotta roll for Mariska.
No.
18.
Yeah, only Zima failed the check. There are
Cool.
No, I
random...
failed.
I was
'cause
distracted
got a
by
two
the
people.
bomb.
2 people. Ruby also failed. But everybody else, everybody who passed the check, if you start looking through the bone piles or looking around on the floor at the bone piles, you'll notice little gold coins intermixed.
So if I walk closer and I'm going through the bones, I won't see the gold coins?
I will give you another roll if you would like to do that.
17.
There you go. Now you see the gold coins.
Cool.
And
I'm
there's,
gathering that as well.
there's just random gold coins interspersed.
Buttermilk starts picking up some gold coins. She has no problem.
Man, Ruby would be like crazy right now. Damn it. Because I failed. I rolled a 2, so I don't see it, right?
Right, you don't see it unless somebody else points it out to you.
Okay, she's just gonna be like looking up, just like completely not paying attention.
I'm gonna
rolled a
have Archie like circle the room as a bat and see how high it goes and how wide around it goes. See if there's any secrets hidden.
Pockets is going to poke around the area with their sword. Not quite trusting the coins just yet.
Yeah, Ronan's gonna look around the rest of the room.
Okay.
Base thing.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
No, just surveying, because, we knew there was death, but the coins were a bonus, so what else is a bonus?
If you're looking for animal bones, you're in great shape. Some are fresh. Some of the animals have more recently been killed and something has been eating it. But a lot of them are older, and it looks like they've just never been cleaned out.
So what are the chances we're going to run into another dragon here? I'm just calling it now.
That is a tiny dragon.
When you said dragon the last time, I thought you were talking about dragon the size of a cat, and it turned out to be the dragon the size of a dragon. So... That was a baby, and it was very large. I don't think that's how. I don't think this is a dragon. If that is, well, it could be a different kind of dragon, but I don't know.
Are the bones intact, or does it look like somebody or an animal may have cracked them open to suck out the bone marrow?
I don't think you see a ton that are cracked open. There's definitely some, like, you can see some gnaw marks, and definitely some bones that have been broken, but it's not like something sat down and methodically opened every single one.
I have so many more questions that Ronan wouldn't ask. Let's roll to see if there's something rattling around in this boy's brain that might match this situation. That is a 19.
Hell
That's good.
yeah.
He saw this movie.
Hey, did you guys ever watch that anime, Tasty in Trouble? And
No.
like there were these like adventurers, but like they couldn't afford food, and so like they went down, and they kept getting themselves into trouble, and then they'd kill the things, and like then they'd eat it.
There's so much screeching coming from the top of this cavern.
I'm familiar.
So much little bat screeching.
You know, while I was on my way here.
Just I don't know, like there's a lot of bones and there's a lot of gold coins, but we don't have a source for why there are no bones, and we don't have a source for where the gold coins came from. Like it doesn't look like a lot of things that died here had pockets. No offense.
None taken.
But like I don't know when mice carry bones, so like is everything in this room what
like the
looks
real
like what's
thing.
in this room?
Oh, I wonder if Ruby should be smart or Ruby should be dumb.
Roll for it. It's fun.
Okay,
You know what?
I'll roll for it. Let's see this digital roller. Oh, mother trucker dude, hurts like a butt cheek on a stick. I rolled a 7. So does
That's a
she? Huh?
That's a gentle no. That's not a buddy. Why? That's a probably not.
Okay, so I was rolling to see if she was going to ask a smart question or a dumb question. So I'm assuming that with the low roll, she's going to just be the ditzy 2 girly pop. Does she notice the gold by now, or nah?
Well, it's been specifically mentioned now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
So
Ronan probably would have
A bit-
gestured among the bones as he was talking.
Yeah, I apologize. I repeat till I'm blue in the face because I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? Sure. Okay, I think she's going to be like very starry-eyed, but then kind of be like, there's a lot of gold, but like, where are the jewels? You know? But like, and she's going to like, I think, gently touch one with one of her claws. Oh no, I don't like how you look like that. No, what did I do?
It feels like a gold coin.
this is why I'm using the bones, because they will become the jewels in the jewelry that I will make when we have time.
That's so
Yes,
cool.
queen. Can Ruby pick up one of the gold coins?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to? Huh?
I said yeah, absolutely.
Okay, do I need to roll for anything or?
No.
Okay, she's gonna pick it up and. Well, it feels real, so maybe some adventurers went in here, whatever knocked them out. I mean, the monster has no use for gold, right? So maybe nothing's defeated it yet, so that's why all this loot is here.
Pockets is going to bite one of the coins. Like,
Okay. It's fine.
it's metal.
I was waiting for it
But-
to chip the canine. I really was.
Buttermilk is examining different bones, and you randomly will see her like look at a bone and put it in a bag, and she's just sorting through them, and she's just randomly putting like ones in a bag.
Zima's
Oh,
collecting
I'm
these
talking to
small
anybody.
ones. Buttermilk's collecting big
I'm
ones.
collecting big ones.
Soup bones,
Archie's
yeah.
Just looking.
Archie's
You
been
see her
circling this.
tapping a couple of them. and then put them in her bag.
Oh,
Archie's just-
their coins out.
Archie's just been circling the ceiling. Does this continue on at all, or is this like we went to the left and this was the end of that path?
That seems to be the end of that end of the path.
Okay, new tactic. I'm gonna crawl into one of those piles of bones.
As a bat?
Yeah, that's a bet.
Okay, please do so with disadvantage for me.
Okay, cool. I've been rolling so good tonight. Let's see. Okay, so that's that's an 8.
Your
was a
wing,
low one.
you go to try to crawl under one, and your wings start getting caught on all the little tiny bones that are in between. It's a little too pokey for you to navigate well in your bat form.
He's animated like a freaking cartoon because it's just this little bat butt sticking out of the pile of bones, just starting to like kick furiously because I can't get any further.
Zima notices this and just head tilts a bit and is like, I wonder what that little man thinks he is doing. I wonder what he is looking for.
I am not sure.
is he
And Mariska will take one of the wands that he uses for knitting out of his knitting and kind of lift the bone pile up a little bit for you, Archie. Trying to A, give you leverage to move, and B, maybe let you see whatever you were looking for.
Insert that, like, I dropped my lunch meme from looking up all sad because I needed assistance. Don't want to try and crawl forward. Just to see if there's anything good in the like middle of it, because we're only seeing the top of these bone piles. There might be something cool hidden inside.
Very true.
Ruby's just hopping around. Ooh, piece
I didn't find any secrets from top, so I gotta go through.
Is there anything else in the...
Oh, I didn't. Disadvantage still?
Actually, I would say roll regular, because Mariska's helping you.
That was still bad. That was a 5.
No, buddy. You really don't find anything? It's just bones all the way down. Bones and dirt.
The saddest squeak.
That's all we see. Piles of bones and gold coins.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that we see in this cavern?
Nope.
Cave?
Maybe some boot prints.
Oh, some boot prints. Are they coming in and out of the cavern?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I point that out to everybody that they came this way. Like, at least we know that somebody came this way. And then back out again.
Does it look like we could tear Ruby away from the gold collecting to try to move on from this room?
I mean, there's not that many coins. You probably would be able to pick it up in a couple of minutes. So, how many are you just trying to pick up? All of the gold coins that are in there?
Yeah. I mean, she's got to get more crowns, right? So,
Ruby, you pick up. Oh god, I can't math. 31 gold pieces.
Dang.
It's a hustle.
dang, girl.
Bam! I would like to think as she's like hopping around, her little coin purse jingles.
Yay!
Little jingle jangles.
Yoink, 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 yoink. I'm gonna have to write that down somewhere.
31 gold pieces, yeah.
Put it in your character channel.
Yes.
There you go.
I think in addition to the 2 that she has left would be like 33.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
Hey.
I was not that smart.
Buttermilk did pick up some, but since she got distracted by the bones.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are finishing up that count and Ruby is putting things away, you hear a horrific bang coming from down the tunnel.
course we do.
Oh no.
Is it like sudden or is it like echoing?
It's sudden, for sure.
Okay. Ruby's gonna hit the deck with like her wings out, crouching down to the floor, just frozen.
God, how loud does that sound to my little baddie?
Oh no.
Probably pretty loud. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's gonna rattle.
And Panic takes the flight, runs into the wall. Guarantee it.
Pockets spins around with the sword at the ready.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
this is the part we investigate.
Buttermilk's gonna put the skillet back and pull out her bow and arrow and just kind of stand where we came in and kind of look at everybody and been like, all right.
Buttermilk, roll me a perception check really quick.
Ooh, get it, Buttermilk.
Oh,
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Hell to the
17.
You don't see any light
good.
from up the tunnel.
Oh.
I don't like that. Y'all, it's a little dark that way. A little darker than I like. I'm not okay with it.
oh.
Zima looks over and yeah, sees the pitch black?
Pitch black.
Completely dark?
Before
Pitch
you
black,
guys
yeah.
had some opening from the cave, because the cave had that nice triangular opening. No light anymore.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fly to the entry into this cavern and do a little echolocate ping.
I'm sorry, the cavern that you guys came in through?
Yeah.
You find that the cavern has been caved in partially.
How far down? About.
About as far as one would need to reach the door, which is no longer there.
Since he couldn't communicate what he was trying to say last time, he goes back to regular. He's like, yeah, but they caved in.
Wait, our
It
exit
what?
is gone?
It caved in. Like, just shy of the door.
Oh.
Of course it did.
Oh no.
Does it look smashable with a hammer or something?
Did it?
I
How
mean,
bad
you
does
could
this cave look?
eventually get through it with pickaxes and shovels, but it would take a while.
Yeah, it would just take a hot minute. Probably a cold one, too.
Well,
Wait.
I feel like we have one of two options. We go forward deeper into this cave to see if there's an exit on the other side, or we try to dig our way out of the cave in.
I'm not in that. I mean, caves could just be at dead ends. I mean,
Or there's a secret tunnel that'll get us out to the other side of the mountain.
Well, I've been tossing that phrase around quite a bit. Secret tunnel.
true.
I like
I mean-
secret tunnels. They're fun.
There's
mean,
not a
this
problem.
is-
These are some cabbage.
Maybe this is the game's way of making us stay in the cave for the quest. Maybe this is part of the quest.
Maybe. AIs are starting to get creepy, man. Like,
Should we?
Archie's gonna start like feeling around the wall, see if he can like find some sort of like a lever or like a trick wall or something.
You don't find anything. There's nothing like that.
Damn it!
It's rock and stone and dirt.
Does anyone have any spells that, because I don't, I was a silly goose, to like illuminate anything like around the area so that we could all see going in deeper?
Nope. Oh, buttermilk.
Actually,
Do you
Mariska has a spell called Last Light, which is you must be holding
Oh.
a pointed object like a wand, staff, or sword to use the spell. I can momentarily channel a blinding beam of light, of focus light in a straight line at a target you can see, dealing 6 damage, but that's more like fighting as opposed to that.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Mariska can light things on fire for free.
Can you light arrows on fire?
I can light anything on fire, but I don't think an arrow will burn for very long.
Hmm. I mean, it could burn long enough if it lands. Okay, right?
Where
I mean,
you-
we're just
Well, like we've still got the other branch of the tunnel that we can go explore. Like we're not stuck out of options yet, right?
right. We could go right.
I think it is the only realistic thing to do.
Yeah, we'll probably be here for like 2 days if we if we try to dig out, I guess.
And we don't have shovels or pickaxes.
I don't think I can turn into anything big enough to get us through that either.
A horse-sized badger?
I don't think that's how it works.
Dang it.
What's worse, 20 goose-sized horses or 20 horse-sized geese?
Listen. Okay. Exploring further is probably the best idea we have.
To the right, to the right.
All your stuff is to the right.
Everything you own in the box to the right.
I did
Okay.
not sing that one.
You didn't sing that one yet.
True, but I did not. It was not me this time. You guys,
Beyond
I
great.
guess, start heading down the other tunnel. Do you move at the same, like, concerned pace as before, or do you just kind of go for it?
Archie is less afraid than when they entered the cave. At least.
Zima might try to lead the group this time because she's very good at seeing in the dark, so that might be seeing further ahead than even a torch flame would give, is my thinking.
Okay.
Buttermilk's on alert.
Ronan will cock an eyebrow, but not fight Zima for the lead. She wants to go first. She can totally go first.
Do we have a problem here?
Did I miss a memo?
Your eyebrow was saying funny things to me, I think. And I'm going to address it now. Do we have a problem?
My eyebrow can talk? Am I
Yes, I'm
cursed?
leading. No, you're not cursed.
No,
Not yet.
No, Ronan, I'm not Ronan. No, you're fine. Mariska,
I see I cannot speak figuratively with this one.
Mariska kind of sidles up next to Zima and says, Zima, he's very kind, but he's not the brightest bulb in the tool shed. It's not plugged in. Maybe if you
I
have
heard
questions-
that it's a torch. They don't have electric light in this game. That would break immersion.
Yes, you are correct. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you for correcting me. He doesn't, though. He doesn't understand. He's simple. Be
Bless
kind.
your heart, sugar.
There it is.
Right.
She just
There it is.
Ronan and just keeps walking.
Okay, I guess I will explain to him then, since he doesn't know things. I'm walking ahead because I can see in the dark very well. Okay?
Awesome. I'm glad you don't need the torch. Go for it.
All right, she walks ahead. Should I roll a kind of perception or something to see if there's anything upcoming that I can make out?
Are you heading down the cave as far or to the next cavern as far as you can, or are you just like trying to see ahead?
I think we're walking that way, and I'm also trying to sort of look ahead, like unless there's something that looks interesting or worrisome, I'll kind of stop the group then. But yeah, loosely just trying to travel.
Okay.
Pretty far, I guess.
You see that there is a cavern coming up ahead. You do see light, of some variety. You do sense death up ahead as well.
I'm gonna use another AP point to try
Okay.
to get a little more information about it.
You can tell that this is a sentient being. It has been a
Gotcha.
very long time since a sentient being has died.
Gotcha. Okay, and it seems like one.
Just one. Yep.
Okay,
let me double check
we
on
are
the details
probably
of
going
that.
to. We are probably going to come across a skeleton of some kind, something dead that died here a long time ago. It will look a little more like a familiar sort of skeleton. Don't
You
worry.
can take its bones too.
Hmm?
Do you want human bones or just animal bones?
I don't know that I can make good jewelry out of, human bones very well.
What about the teeth?
It's fun as like fangs, it's like sharp things.
How
You
could
know?
it have died a long time ago? This cave just appeared.
It was written in the code of the game for us to come across a skeleton that died a long time ago.
Yeah, but we haven't had like any sort of weird time conflicts like that anywhere else. They're pretty consistent. Like they don't have a
It's
lot of
pretty much
continuity
set
error.
dressing. It's pretty much set dressing, I think.
But perhaps it is magic. Perhaps there is magic involved in this cave.
Or maybe it's a house moving cave.
No.
Or
So
it's
what
part of
elaborate.
this bug that prevents us from logging out.
Maybe we shouldn't think too hard on it.
Can I roll real quick to see if Eva's studied anything like moving mazes or moving labyrinths or anything like that?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, it's a 19. Holy shit.
Well, you can definitely tell
nice.
that David Bowie is not in this cave. No labyrinth here.
No,
But
his junk. What?
To be fair, David Bowie's songs are in this game because Morrigan dances to them.
Yes.
But no David Bowie himself.
Morgan put them here.
Okay, maybe not David Bowie, but is Jareth the Goblin King in here?
No. Yeah, I mean, you've probably seen some things about caves or like researching caves and cave creatures and things of that nature. Are you looking for anything in specific?
Specifically one that's alive and uses its like mobility to sort of trap things in there until they either succumb from hunger or dehydration, or basically it's just like a living like construct almost that gets things to die while wandering inside of it.
You've
To eventually eat them.
You've definitely seen stuff like that in like movies or fiction or books or what have you. There's a book by an author I particularly love called Piranesi by Susan Clark that maybe your character would have read, in which there is it's like a house full of rooms that could not logically be inside of a house. That the rooms just keep going forever and ever. The longer you spend in there, the more you forget about what you've already seen and who you are. there's definitely some spooky labyrinths that you could interact with, but usually labyrinths that move like that tend to not have a consistent footpath. They tend to change on you. And you have definitely seen boot prints coming in and out, which indicates that this is not a maze that is changing.
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you're fine.
Do we see any boot prints like we saw in the other areas?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Same ones.
Same ones.
Can Archie make a note in his notebook for himself? My name is Archie. We're here to investigate a cave. We've been here for a day. You see him writing it actually in there.
Memento style.
My name is Archie Buthart. We're in this cave. We've been in this cave one day. We had a cave in at the start. Just like logging everything that's happened.
Gotcha.
Guys, I might be wrong, but make a note in your journals of like why we're here to do this and who you are. At least in the game. You don't have to use real names and anonymity and everything.
Okay.
Ears go down because they went up as he was like thinking about like if he's seen this before, and then they went slowly down after he finished talking.
I'm confused.
There's it was a book I read because I had a phase where I was looking at like mazes and labyrinths, particularly on the Minotaur's labyrinth, and then I fell down a rabbit hole. And there was one where like it wasn't it wasn't like necessarily the maze was trying to eat you, but the longer you were in it, the more you forgot, and that can lead to a whole other mess of troubles. You forget who you are, you forget why you're there. There's a Doctor Who episode like this, but just like make a note of like what you're doing here and that, so you can look back on it and remember. Because that's
So
the
like
trap. Like you
Memento.
forget.
Okay, I
Huh?
see.
So like Memento. You ever seen that movie?
I guess. No.
Did you say Mentos?
No. Memento.
Oh, I haven't
It's
tried
about
that
a
yet.
guy that has amnesia and he writes himself notes because every day he wakes up again, he forgets everything that happened the day before, and he's
Oh.
trying to find out where his wife went.
Like 50 First Dates.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was thinking
There
The
was a
Silence.
moment where I was into those thrillers, and that was one that I loved so much.
Say less. I think Ruby's gonna start writing in her journal.
You might like that. You might like that book. You might like this book then. It's like a house full of rooms, and like none of the rooms make sense for being inside of a house, but you just keep going through them and going through them and going through them, and the longer you're there, the more you forget like who you are and why you're there.
Zima slowly takes out the book and writes down the stuff, but smirks at forgot everyone's name. Smirks at
Archibald?
Unicorn Boy.
Archibald.
Okay, I was gonna say that and then I thought it was wrong. I shouldn't second guess myself. Kind of smirking at Archibald the longer he's speaking. More and more.
Clocks the smirk and goes, I wasn't trying to be sexist. I just couldn't say that there were multiple like piles of dead things. Not talking over you. I was agreeing with you, but that there were piles of dead things, and I tried to get into the one to see if I could find something cool in it because you were looking for bones. As an apology gift.
Listen. All I know is that I have learned you are a nerd, and that is funny to me. You are a big nerd.
Tail is fully tucked between his little hoofed legs.
It's very cute, don't worry.
Okay.
Zima, with your 1 AP, it actually says you can sense the location of where any creatures died. So if you would like to be led directly to the body, I will allow you to do that.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
As you enter, and Mal had to run to the bathroom. As you enter this large cavern, it is mossy. There's water running down a wall. There's a fresh source of water, and it runs further down into a lower cavern that you guys wouldn't fit in. It's like a crevice kind of thing. But so you have a source of fresh water. There's some sunlight. There's some moss. You can hear some mice skittering around, some rats. Nothing crazy, but it's definitely not. There's the opening up above is not in reach of any of you, even if you wanted it to be, and definitely would be too small for all of you as well. But
Dang
you
it.
All
are
of us,
zeroed
huh?
in on that body that you can sense the spirit of. You can tell that they were killed by natural causes, even at a distance. But as you get closer, you realize that it is an ancient wizard. Whose body is lying there, and he is holding in one of his hands a book.
And to be clear, you said died a long time ago. How long are we talking? Is he
Like 100
how much of him
years
is
ago.
rotted away?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so he's
nothing but bones and like some moldering clothes.
bones in the book, and okay.
The book appears to be in really good shape, despite the rest of it being, really decayed.
Because video game logic.
Video game logic.
Yeah, I guess I'll loot him.
Yeah, I think it would probably... He might have, like, a necklace on him that would be kind of rusty, because it's been in a cave for a really long time. But the book is
Did
probably...
he die with any gold pieces?
Let me check. Hang on. He has 5 gold pieces.
I have money again!
In the pocket
Yay.
of his moldering robe.
Wonderful. And when I pick up the book, do I what's like the title? Do I notice anything else about it?
It appears to be a journal of some variety. And some of it is like writing down notes about spells and stuff like that. But I think the most important thing is the very end of the book, which reads, "Don't touch the chest, it's a trap."
Don't touch the chest. It is a trap.
Archie just covers his bare chest with the vest he's wearing.
Okay,
not have
we're
a
not
shirt underneath it.
touching chests anymore, okay?
Don't be derogatory towards yourself, Archie.
Don't touch it.
Buddy.
It's very cold in here.
Does Zima share the information with the party?
Yeah, sorry. The last bit was her saying to the group, like, we're not going to touch chests anymore. And yeah, she probably catches up on, like, this is like a wizard's journal. Probably is going to hand it over to Mariska after seeing the last thing that seemed to be the most important information. Because, like, I don't know, wizard spells, do you want?
Yes, I will take it. I know a lot of them already, but here we go. And Mariska starts digging through. I will say you also glean from the journal that the wizard's name was Harold the Great.
Harold.
Harold!
The good,
Like the
little
purple
pun there,
crayon, but he was Harold the Great.
Oh, okay.
But yes, he had a very normal sounding name. And he's calling himself the Great because that was what he aspired to be before he passed away. And it does appear that he died of natural causes. So he was probably quite old when he passed away in this cave. But
I share this with everyone as well.
Yeah, there's no indication of why this cave showed up the way it did, or anything like that, just based on what you can see. But it does look like there's a couple of pages missing from his journal.
Oh, somebody vandalized the journal.
Oh, no, it's a Slenderman thing, isn't it? The missing page.
No. No.
Maybe it was the way out. I don't know. Maybe someone stole a map to the way out of here.
That'd be dickish.
Why would they need it? They could just go out the front door. I mean, and I didn't see a chest. Maybe it's somewhere else?
Hmm. It's
Is there
probably
any
further
other
down.
way? Do we see anything else? Is like this cavern a dead end as well?
No, there are a couple of offshoots that you could try.
Well, do any of you want the fresh water first?
Yeah, I could stand to refill my canteen. And Pockets does just that.
And it's nice fresh water. Nothing seems to be wrong with it.
Sniff, sniff. Lap, lap. Yeah, it's good.
Archie's
Just
checking out
had
the
to.
opening.
Nice mountain water.
The opening where sunlight's coming in.
Good old fashioned spring water. Ish. Stalactite water? No, stalagmite. Mites are coming from the ceiling. Tights are the ceiling ones. Right.
We can hang on tight to the ceiling.
Yeah. Or I try to think of caves as like jaws. See the mites.
The shark?
I did. What? No, not the. Well, huh?
That was a good movie. Everyone talking
It was
about
a good
movies here. That was a really good one.
Crazy how effective it was with a broken shark. Immediately snapped out of like the terror of thinking of the cave as a pair of jaws.
Right. So might being the jaw strengths. Mites are the floor and tights are the ceiling. Yeah. Okay. Got it straight. Thanks.
All right, so which of these we want to go through next?
Okay. I'm going to make arrows here to indicate this is a safe place. How many shoots?
There are actually
Are
three different tunnels leading away.
I peek into each of them.
I mean, they all seem to kind of tunnel off.
Similar. Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Any chance with my keen senses that I can smell anything different between these three paths?
I will say the mustiest one is the leftmost passage.
Well, this one stinks. Do we like that or not?
I'm gonna put an X on it.
All right.
It's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. Not today. Not today, Satan.
All right, so now we're between these two.
I would like to try a roll to see if I can sniff anything.
Okay.
I mean, I am a cat. I mean, may as well try to
You are
be
a cat.
somewhat useful.
You are in fact a cat.
17.
Okay. You think the one on the right smells a little bit fresher than the one on the left, but it's a cave, so it's difficult to
Touche.
fully
Are there
say.
footprints coming from all of them? All
The
the
footprints
entrances?
do
Or
not go down any of those caves.
Ominous.
Of course they don't. Why would they? That'd be too easy.
So, according to my nose, the one on the farthest right is fresher. So that could mean that air is coming through.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a guess. I am not speaking on any kind of authority.
It's a
Well, it's going to
rightful
be a shock in the
assumption
dark.
if it smells fresher than the others, there's probably some type of opening that is allowing fresh air to come in. So it could be a possible way out.
Okay.
So it's not too bad of a guess. Better than just going at it willy-nilly.
Yeah, I learned
Can
that
have
lesson.
a try. Who would like to go first? Zima, Ronan?
I
Oh,
Heck with
hello.
Yeah, Zima's gonna go first.
okay.
Okay. And I'm actually gonna pause us there because it's 7:30. You guys head down the rightmost tunnel in the hopes of finding an escape from this caved-in cave that came up out of nowhere and has once again closed. We will catch you guys in about 2 weeks to see how our adventurers hopefully escape from the cave.
No.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Thanks for playing, guys. I appreciate you.
Love
Good
ya.
night.
Mwah. Good night, everybody.